Let's see. Oh, actually, wait a minute. We're actually going to the stadium. I almost excuse
fair
me,
enough.
folks. Yeah, let's go to the stadium. Actually, excuse me for the slight correction there.
Okay.
You're familiar with the stadium, of course.
Oh, yeah.
That's another sort of Smash mainstay.
It's and this is going to be where you find modes like the home run contest, which has been around since Melee. You've got Target Blast,
Which is
Multi-Man
new.
Smash. Target Blast is new. Multi-Man Smash we've had.
Yeah.
I see some mainstays like you got the 10-man, the 100-man, Cruel Smash. I remember in in previous iterations, these modes are how you unlock certain characters.
Yep.
Do you actually, I wonder, the unlockable characters are not in this build, but they will be soon enough when people are actually able to get the game. But do you know the unlock methods for some of those characters?
From what? So I did actually get to play the Japanese version of the game this morning because it just came out over there.
Okay.
It's Saturday over there, the 13th.
Right.
And I believe it's still kind of mysterious. I mean, granted, the problem being, you speak and sort of read Japanese. I don't. But I have unlocked, at least in the build that I have played, Falco, Ness. But there seems to be multiple parameters for the unlocks themselves. So take, for example, like Falco was the first unlock just by finishing classic mode.
Okay, that's simple.
Yeah, but then all of a sudden, I have to say that Ness. So a friend and I played a bunch of matches over the internet, and then he just randomly jumped into a 4-player Smash or 3-player Smash, and Ness just showed up
with you guys.
Well, as the next challenge to unlock, basically.
Okay.
The challenge match to unlock them happened right after that match. So we're still not entirely clear, but there seems to be multiple parameters for these unlocks, which is, pretty typical of Smash, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there was leave your console on for how many hours to get Mewtwo in Melee, and then there was play X amount of games in order to get it as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Absolutely. So.
And he's playing with Shulk right now, by the way.
Oh, wow. Okay, so Shulk, a new character, fairly recently announced. I want to say during PAX, finally announced, although he was leaked prior to that.
Right.
Yeah. So
yeah. Right. Yeah. Very, very recent. I remember all the hype from Swimsuit Shulk. And so.
Swimsuit Shulk hype. Yeah. Had no idea. Yeah, and if you're just joining us, my name is Jose Otero. I'm here with Toph, and we are going through as many modes of Smash Brothers as we can fit in an hour.
We're trying to give you guys the condensed breakdown of this is what at a glance, this is what the new game has to offer, and this is what you can look forward to. So we're going through all the different modes right now. Right now, we're looking at this is 3 minute Smash.
Yeah.
So the first mode, the one we just took a look at, 10-man Smash, that looked pretty easy.
Oh yeah, pretty straightforward.
This looks significantly more difficult.
Yeah. Oh no, absolutely. I mean, and they just keep coming, right, until time expires. So you just want to keep moving. Although Brendan's making some good use of that PAL block, and items just definitely come into play for something like this.
What I did notice for Shulk, this character. Now I didn't mess around as much as I could have with the customization, how he uses the B attack to change his properties. But my initial impression from Shulk is he's of the swordsmen, he's one of the slower ones, but he's got huge, powerful moves. He's when he does his aerial attacks, he just swings his sword and covers a whole bunch of space around him, which I would assume in a mode like this just could be super useful because you've got 3 or 4 of these guys on your tail.
Exactly.
And you're just boom,
Yeah.
So.
And I do love how the Mii Fighter kind of fit into all of this because up until this point, in the multi-man modes, they were sort of generic-looking characters, right, with different wireframe and different proportions and just weird.
Yeah.
I feel like the Miis are sort of a better fit, honestly. Although the occasional character will show up, like Ike just came out.
Giant
the
Ike.
giant Ike showed up.
What they used to do is they would take a character like Captain Falcon and they would make him a kind of a generic version with no B moves, and that would be the standard character you fight.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
and there'd be a female variant too, even though there wasn't a female variant. Like in Melee, for example, there isn't a female, I don't think, that has those proportions that looks like that. There was no Zero Suit Samus.
No, in Melee it was Zelda.
Oh,
it was a dressless Zelda, but it was based on the Zelda build, I guess.
Okay, there you go. The more you know.
Yeah.
I did not know that, so very cool.
But, there's obviously a lot more they can do with the Miis, so, It's interesting. I remember when Miis were first announced for the Wii, and it was I wonder how Nintendo's going to, incorporate this new, how they're going to market it and how they're going to incorporate these customizable little dudes into their games.
Yeah.
And, I think finally with them, making an appearance in Smash Brothers, I think it makes a lot of sense.
It does make a lot of sense. I feel like at the time when the Mii became sort of a core part of their marketing, it was a little bit of a step back for all of us because we were so used to the Marios and the Zeldas and the Metroids and the F-Zeros.
More detailed characters.
Yeah, and just more sort of built worlds, essentially.
Right.
So we're winding down to the 10-minute mark. Brendan's going to jump into a Target Blast next. Cruel Smash, by the way, we're not going to be able to do it, play it on the stream, but Cruel Smash is brutal, as Cruel Smash tends to be. I have and did not last very long. I mean,
that's the idea. I mean, yeah, because the whole. I mean, if it's anything like the previous iterations, it's just like these. You fight these computer opponents. There's like 4 or 5 of them, and they're ridiculously powerful. Like they're smart opponents, and they've got ridiculous properties to them. So they'll just knock you out so quickly. Yeah. Okay, so this is what Target. Oh,
yeah, it is Target Blast, and that was not a good launch, but we'll take it.
Okay,
not bad. You get 2 turns.
Are you trying to get all of the targets?
As many as you can.
Okay.
Because you want to basically get the bomb out there before the timer goes to 0, obviously, because otherwise it'll just blow up in your face.
When does the wall come down?
I think during. Oh, nice launch, and not bad.
A
little higher would have helped, but not bad.
Right.
Yeah. I'm not entirely sure. I feel like it definitely happens around 5. I want to say the shield may come down, or it's 4. But yeah, you definitely want to be very cognizant of when you launch that thing, though, because if you just put it in a bad spot,
right,
you're sitting there for the next 5 seconds going.
It looks like strategically, it looks like you want to use your because you don't get to view it, the configuration of the targets until the second, or until after the first launch.
Sure.
So you want to do your first launch and see where everything is,
and
then cover everything else.